on our way to the casino, which I believe is this way. New recording session, so I'll... Oh, there we go. That's what I call a casino. I think it's safe to say we've found the Gilded Seven. Can't wait to see what it looks like up close. Is there a puzzle? There must be... This car must cost 10 times more than the Layton Mobile. Wow, Professor, your car's a piece of crap compared to these. Oh, it's so bright, I think I'm getting a tan. I mean, I don't think that's how that works, but sure. Hold on, giving myself more screen to work with. There we go. I don't know why I got all messed up from last time. Ah, now I see where this establishment gets its name from. Not from the number of hint coins you find nearby. Really? I refuse to believe the entrance to the casino there is not a single hint coin. Really? Or puzzle? Nothing? I don't buy this at all. Okay. Good evening, sir. Can I please see your membership card? Yeah, what membership card? The Gilded Seven Casino has a haven for society's finest ladies and gentlemen to gather. We check membership cards upon entrance to ensure that less savory types are kept out. Less savory types? What do you mean? You. This is certainly the first I've heard of this policy. You don't suppose you'd be willing to make an exception for us? Your hat shows you to be a man of impeccable character. Now we just need to test your intellect. Ooh, okay, so this is where being Layton is going to work in our favor. If you can solve this puzzle, I'll let you in without a card this once. This fellow seems awfully focused on your hat as well. Yeah, naturally, is there any greater proof of one's gentlemanly nature than a fine top hat? I have found that to be true. Game of cards. This is a photograph of two gentlemen playing a game of cards. Everybody who sees this photograph points to the same thing and says something like, someone has no idea what he's doing. Circle a part of the photograph these people are referring to. Oh, they're kids playing. I'm like, that's fake booze. Someone has no idea what they're doing. Playing cards. I wish I could see, like, the person with their back to us. I wish I could see all of their cards. Because one thing that jumps out to me is the person across the table only has 4 cards in their hands. And normally, in most... Because it seems like they're, like, gambling. Right? Like, there's candy in the center, or are those just snacks? But I'm like, that's weird that they would only have 4 cards. Although it doesn't look like that, based on the cards in the middle, I don't think they're playing poker, though. So like most, like, you have like 5, 7, or 2 cards. I'm sure there are probably other variations. That's why it would be helpful to see the other person's cards, just kind of get an idea. Is there anything wrong? I feel like that black card is like simultaneously a jack and a 1. I don't know. I don't think it comes through very well. I have to look at the tablet to see it. Underneath the 3 of hearts. Like on the tablet, it looks kind of like a J on the top left and a 1 on the bottom right. Huh. I don't think this was supposed to trip me. I don't want to just go with that for no reason, since I don't know what they're playing. But I don't have anything else. I think they are gambling, just based on the way, just like based on the location of the candy wrappers. I feel like this is kids playing poker and he's only got 4 cards. Alright. I have nothing else. Yeah. I have nothing else to go off of. There we go, yeah.
As I suspected.
Yeah, he didn't have a full hand. The numbers are usually printed on the top left and bottom right corners of the playing cards. A gentleman wearing the orange cap is holding his cards. What? He can't see what 3 of his cards actually are. I never in a million years would have guessed that. Alright. Because, I mean, like, from our perspective that we can see, I'm like, yeah, I'd hold my cards like that. Maybe not quite as fanned out as that, but still. I never would have got that. I'm glad that I was like, oh, it's like poker. He doesn't have enough cards. Game of cards is now on your puzzle index. Expertly solved, sir. You certainly earned the right to enjoy our exclusive facilities. Welcome to the Gilded 7. Just look at these fountains and the floors. This place must have cost a fortune to build. I know you're excited, Luke, but do try to keep your voice down. Hey, sorry, Professor. This place is just so impressive. I understand the feeling. It's also quite large. Finding your future self in here may prove a challenge. Oh.
So you're...
He's the future me?
It's good to finally meet you, Professor. Or rather, I suppose I should say it's nice to see you again. It's me, Luke Triton.
Hello, Luke.
See, I don't want to accept that we're in the future, because then I know the game is going to pull something on me. And we won't be in the future, and then I'm going to feel dumb. But I might have to start buying into this. I might, because I just don't know if there's enough information to know what is actually happening. So I think, much like Luke and Layton, I think I just have to accept it for the time being and start looking for the inconsistencies.
Hi, Professor. Oh, you're talking to him.
Other Luke.
This is going to take some getting used to.
I can't believe how small I used to be.
Yeah. Fixing the mic. There we go. Now I can see.
I'm not that small.
So tell me, why exactly did you go through such pains to bring us here?
Oh, so why'd you change your hat, huh?
I'll be happy to tell you in just a moment. But before that, I'd just like to verify that I'm dealing with the real Professor Layton here.
I've got the hat. What more do you want?
Who else would I be?
Allow me to explain. In my London, it's rare to find someone who doesn't know the name Herschel Layton. In fact, Many imposters have come forth recently claiming to be him.
What an odd identity to steal.
Are you saying you think the professor is a fraud?
And especially with your younger self right there.
Professor, if you think back on our adventures together, you may recall a man named Don Paolo.
Is he Don Paulo?
As you know, he was a master of disguise.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
How do I know the man before me now isn't Don Paolo in another of his costumes?
How do I know the very same?
Now that's just rubbish, and you know it.
Yeah.
Is it now? He's tricked us before. Who's to
Twice.
say he couldn't do it again?
Very well, I'll play along. How do you propose I prove my identity?
I wonder if it's going to be a puzzle.
It's quite simple, really. Professor, I challenge you to a battle of wits.
What exactly do you have in mind? As a cautious man, I'm sure you have questions about my identity as well. So that we may each prove our identities, I've proposed we demonstrate our respective intellects. I've prepared a puzzle that can only be solved by someone as insightful as the professor. Should you find the solution, I'll give you a chance to present me with a similar challenge. If I am who I say I am, I should have no trouble solving whatever you throw my way, should I? Let's get started. Before us are 4 cards arranged according to a set of conditions. Here they are. First, a heart is next to a diamond. What? Should I write this down? A club is not next to a spade. Should I be writing this down? A heart is directly to the right of a club. Using just these 3 conditions, I challenge you to find the spade amongst these 4 cards. Oh, okay, good. I was like, come on, man. You're not really going to make me memorize that. Touch the spade. Okay. So, a heart is next to a diamond. A heart is to the immediate right of a club. I wish I could... Oh, I can't remember. Okay. Oh, okay. I think I've already got this, actually. But, alright. So, because the club is not next to a spade, I think... Wait, no, a heart is to the immediate right of the diamond. Okay, oh, hold on. I actually had this backwards. Because for some reason, I was thinking the heart is to the... I thought I got the heart and the diamond mixed up. Okay, so I gotta rethink this. I had it. I was like, oh, I think I got... No. Okay. So heart is next to a diamond, and the club is not next to a spade. A heart is to the immediate right of the club. Okay. So we could have, say... Heart, so here's... Originally I was thinking heart here. But I had that backwards. Okay. So I want heart here. I'm maybe gonna try to yep. And the heart is next to a diamond. So that means the spade, it has to be here because otherwise it wouldn't work. Because if I moved it, what I was originally thinking is it was going to be the left card, but no, it's actually the right card. Yes, placing the spade there results in the correct answer. Impressive, Professor. Got it. Thank you. Now, if I may present to you with a puzzle of my own design, nothing would make me happier. Good. I enjoy the idea behind your puzzle, so if you don't mind, I'd like to do something similar. Here are my conditions for my 4 cards. A club sits directly to the right of the heart. Okay. A diamond is the far left or right card and has a heart next to it. Okay. Finally, a club is also a far left or right card. Using these conditions, I challenge you to find the spade. Wait, I don't have... Oh, does he have to do it? Okay. Am I gonna have to solve this? You almost had me there, Professor, but as you know, this puzzle's flawed. It's unsolvable. Is it? Is that so? Yes, I tried several solutions and none worked given the conditions you set forth. No, really. Tell me, did I ever state that the 4 cards on the table contained 1 card from each suit? Ah! So you're saying there is no spade? Precisely. This is a trick question, but it makes a pertinent point. In the puzzle you issued to me, you failed to specify that the 4 cards included 1 from each suit. When you leave in the loophole like that, it can make the puzzle unsolvable. The same omission can also open the door to alternate solutions. You intentionally presented me with a puzzle that, when examined closely, is actually incomplete. The real test you set out for me was seeing if I'd catch on, was it not?
It seems you're the genuine article, Professor.
Okay.
I'm glad to see that I've finally convinced you.
To be honest, I was convinced from the beginning. But I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to pit myself against my mentor in a battle of wits.
I'm flattered, I suppose.
Out with it already. Why did you call us here?
Stop the voice acting. There are too many eyes on us here. There's a supply room in the back where we can talk. Follow me. Did we really solve future Luke? Alright. No, it's no good. These lockers are locked tight. There we go. I'm gonna say, you were not gonna convince me that there were 2 rooms with no puzzles and no hint coins. Like, I want to go back to that main area because there's no way. There's just nothing there. That does not happen. Professor Layton, Luke, welcome to the London of our future. Still not convinced? You met with Dr. Schrader, didn't you? What did you think after seeing him? I'm sure you noticed the toll that time has taken on the good doctor. Yes, that seemed to be the case. And what of fair London herself? We've walked around enough now to see how it's transformed. Can you imagine a 24-hour casino in the sleepy part of town 10 years ago? Everything's changed so much. What happened to the city? The genius appeared. An evil genius who turned the city on its ear. Oh, I know where this is going. Don Paulo took over the city, didn't he? No. Ooh, Don Paulo? Oh no, I'm talking about a truly brilliant man. Someone the 3 of us know quite well. Well, if it isn't Don Paulo, then who is it? What do you think, Professor? I'm not sure. Maybe someone who disappeared? I thought you'd say that. Who is it? I've got to know. His name is Professor Layton. That evil genius is you. What? What? I was afraid you'd say that. That can't possibly be right. I'm sad to say there's no mistake here. They call him the devil in the top hat, and he rules London from the shadows. This is common knowledge to everyone in London. Scared people is it solved, though? Hello? Tell me more, Luke. More? I don't know any more than you do, Professor. Context! No, I'm referring to the other Luke. Goodness, this is rather complicated, isn't it? Tell me, Luke, how did I rise to rule over all of London? And why would I want to change that? Where to begin? Here, Professor, surely you remember this. Of course! This is an article about the accident that happened just the other day. Yes, to you too, I suppose it was just the other day. However, here it's been a full 10 years since that fateful day. Whoa. It was a dark period for London. You see, the Prime Minister vanished, leaving Parliament in utter chaos. Yeah, everyone in Parliament is in a state of panic. In our time, I mean. Professor, you witnessed the accident that changed London forever. The demonstration was a total failure. Yes, both the Prime Minister and that scientist. You mean Dr. Stungun? Yes, that's right. Several people, including those two, disappeared to blast. Seems likely the force of the explosion killed them. Didn't the paper say a few of Dr. Stungun's assistants vanished in the blast as well? That's the story in the papers. What would you say if I told you Stungun and was still alive? Keep calling him I keep saying Stungun. I think it's like Stungun. I'd say that's impossible. Well, you'd be wrong. Dr. Stungun escaped the blast, but he decided to go into hiding to avoid fallout from the experiment. Well, the man was responsible for the loss of our national leader. Desperate for a place to lay low, the doctor was given shelter from an unlikely person. You, Professor. Me? Why would I aid a man responsible for this pandemonium? My question exactly. What is going on? In the months that followed the explosion, you slowly grew distant from me. Before long, you began fraternizing with key figures of the criminal underworld. The Professor, never. Don't be so sure. Time has a way of changing people, Luke. Yeah, alright. So maybe this is the catch. Like, I know that's not Layton. Is it actually like the guy from Parliament and this was his way to like stay in power forever? Or was it Stungun causing chaos and then using like Layton's image to take over? It was clear that something about Stungun's research captivated you, Professor. You couldn't stop talking about time travel. You seemed possessed by the idea of changing the past. Changing the past? Dr. Stungun was very interested in continuing his research, but he needed financial backing to do it. So you used your superior intellect to assume control of London's underworld. No way! Of course, there were those who tried to stop you, but no one was a match for your smarts. For long, you were raking in the pounds from all sorts of dirty business. With all the funding he needed, it wasn't long before Stungun completed his work. Completed it, you say? That's right, he built the time machine in the Midland Road clock shop. I suppose completed is an odd choice of words, as the machine is far from complete. How so? It doesn't allow users to select their destination, nor where they will reappear in the flow of time. It simply opens a holo source in between two areas of time. You mean a wormhole? Precisely, and by sheer chance, the machine opened a wormhole in the clock shop that spans the 10 years between our two times. This gives us the ability to move back and forth between your present and mine. So you use the wormhole to get the message to us and bring us here. One thing is bothering me. The worst wormhole is very obviously very important to my future self. Surely the Layton of this era must keep a close eye on the place. How did you gain access to it? I'll get to that. Right now there's more pressing business I'd like to attend to. Go on then, tell us why you called us here. Always one step ahead of me. You haven't lost your touch, Professor. I wish to enlist your help in stopping the future Herschel Layton. You want me to stop myself? Even as we speak, future Layton is racing to complete a fully operational time machine. He's been ducking back into the past to gather every bright scientist working in time travel. Well, why bother going back in time to find scientists? There must be plenty here. Actually, many of the experts in the field were lost when Stungun's demonstration went awry. Therefore, Layton had no choice but to travel back to before the blast in order to gather talent. Things are bad already, but if Layton manages to build a working time machine, there's no telling what could happen. Someone has to stop him from completing his scheme. The only person up to the challenge is me. Is that what you're going to say, isn't it? Exactly. We have to fight fire with fire. No one else stands a chance against him. But how? I'm unfamiliar with my current surroundings, and I have no clue where to find the man. That's one obstacle we'll have to overcome together. Layton's actions are shrouded in secrecy, but his base of operations is well known. We can start our search for him there. You mean the casino isn't the future professor's headquarters? No, this facility is just one of the many ways he makes money. His actual headquarters is in the heart of Chinatown. Let's visit the place and see if we can't learn something more. Just so you know, Luke, there's still quite a bit I find dubious about this situation. Much is still unclear, but the only way to get to the bottom of this is to meet the man claiming to be me. Somehow I figured my brief explanation wouldn't be enough to convince you, Professor. Don't forget me, I'm coming too. Of course you are. If I can't count on myself for help, who can I count on? Thinking about what you just said kind of makes me dizzy. Well, I hope you get used to it soon. I'm going to need your help getting to the bottom of all this. Oh yes, there's one more interesting fact you should know about, Professor. Yes? There's no record of a scientist matching Dr. Stongon's name and description. The name's a fake. Really now? Whoever he was, he made an effort to hide his real identity from the people at the demonstration. Now that you mention it, few people at the demonstration seem to know the man. What motivates Stongon to use a false name? Just what was he planning? Another interesting question we'll have to answer along the way. It doesn't make any sense. What are you thinking, Professor? We can talk more as we go. For now, we need to head back to Flatstone Street. Future Layton! Dr. Stongon. We solved the strange letter. And the family, I guess. Alright, we'll pick this up in the next episode. Wow, that was a pretty good exposition dump. Good bit of story there. Getting wheels turning on some ideas. And we'll see which ones pan out. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.